Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in today's video, we are going to cover LTI Mindtree quantitative ability actual questions that are from online assessment. So make sure to watch the video carefully and attempt all these questions and practice well, because there is very high chances that you might even get some of the questions as repeated exactly same, or if not, you will get the question based on the same pattern. So if you know how to solve these questions, it will be very helpful for you. So guys, without wasting any time, let's get started with today's video. But before that, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel and make sure that you check this playlist LTI Prep on my channel, because I'm regularly posting videos in this playlist itself. So let's get started with the first question. So guys, let's look at this question. The question is, what is the value of this expression that is given to us? The expression is log base 4 2 and log base 4 32. So guys, let's solve this question. But before solving this question, you should understand one logarithm properly. Okay, see, we have log base a b, okay, plus log base a c. If we have this expression, this is what? This is log base a b multiplied by c. Okay, so we are going to use the same and we are going to find out the answer. So we have the similar case over here. So we have log base 4 2 plus log base 4 32. So what this will be? Log base 4 b into c, which is 2 into 32, right? So this will be what? Log base 4 64. Okay, and now you need to solve it further. So guys, 64 is what? 64 is cube of 4, right? So you can write something like this, 4 cube. Okay, and then this will be finally solved to like 3. Okay, this will result into 3 because log base 4 to 4 and then power to 3 is there. So final answer will be 3. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. Let's now move on to the next question. So guys, this is the next question that we have. Let's read the question first and then we will solve it. The question says, if we permute 5 letters of the word mango, that is MANGO, how many permuted words can be made with the N in the second place? Okay, so that is the question. See guys, word mango has 5 distinct letters. Okay, MANGO, there is no repeating, and the condition that is given to us is 1 2 3 4 5, that N should be there on the second place, right? So what are the remaining letters? Okay, so the remaining letters are what? M, A, G and O. Okay, which is 4 letters, you can say, right? Now these 4 letters can be arranged in the remaining 4 places that we have. So the number of ways will be what? Simply 4 factorial. Okay, so the correct answer for this question will be 24. So the option that we have is this option 4, which is option D, which is 24. So 24 is the correct answer for this question. Now let's move on to the next question. But guys, before that, if you are finding the video helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. Let's now see this question. The question is, how many 6-digit numbers can be formed from 0 1 5 6 7 and 8, in which the first digit is not 0 and we are given that repetition is not allowed? Okay, so see guys, let's write some basic data that is given to us. So the digits that is given to us is 0 1 5 6 7 8, and this is total of 6 digits. Okay, we need a 6-digit number using all these digits, and the restriction on the first digit is that the first digit cannot be 0, because otherwise the digit cannot be like, you know, a 6-digit number, right? So the choices for the first digit is 5 ways, right? If we have this as this number, okay, 6-digit number, then this cannot be 0 and it can be anything out of 5. So that is why I'm saying 5 ways for the first one. So the number we after fixing the first digit, then the remaining 5 digits will be there, right? So number of ways to arrange them will be 5 factorial. So the total numbers will be 5 factorial, right? So 5 factorial will be how much? 5 into 120, which will be 600. Okay, so the final answer for this question will be option number B. So guys, I hope you understood it. Basically, see, the first one we already know that, you know, first is not a 0, right? So there is 5 ways for that, and remaining this one, for this it is like, you know, we have 5 digits remaining to arrange. So the correct answer for this question will be 600. Moving on to the next question now. The question is this one. Let's read it. Okay, first of all, let me correct the expression. This is not the expression that we have. The expression is this one: log base x 1 by 343 which is equals to -3. So guys, this is the expression in the question. So if this expression, then what is the value of x? Okay, so we have to find the value of x in this. Okay, so guys, let's solve this question. So guys, in this question, this equation can be written as x raised to -3 and equals to 343. Okay, this -3 is in the power, and then this will come here. Okay, so then we have this as the equation. Now further solving it. So guys, 343 is what? 343 is the cube of 7. So we can write this thing as like this. Okay, next up, we can take this thing on the top, so it will become 7 raised to power -3. Okay, so in this way we can say x value is what? 7. So the correct answer for this question will be option number B. Option B is the correct answer for this question. Moving on to the next question. So guys, we have this question: which number should be divided by 0.81? Okay, to arrive at a result of 81. Let's try to formulate the equation and solve it. So guys, let us consider that let the number be x. Okay, so first of all, we are considering that the number is x, so we can formulate this equation as x divided by 0.81 to the power half. This is to the power. Okay, this is 0.81 to the power of 1/2, and then equals to 81. So this, if we solve it to get the value of x, our work is done. Okay, so let's try to write it further. See guys, 0.81 to the power of half is what? Is nothing but under root of 0.81. Okay, so let me write it further: x divided by 0.81. This is this much. Okay, now solving it further, under root of 0.81 is nothing but 0.9. Okay, so we have this much. So now the x value is simple to find out, which is 81 into 0.9. So the final answer will be 72.9. So the correct answer in this case is option number C. Let's now move on to the next question. So guys, we have this as the question. Let's read the question first and then we will be solving it. See guys, the question that is given to us is: Aaron travels first half of the distance as 15 mph and second half of at 75 mph. The total distance is given to us, which is 3 miles, and we have to find the average speed in this case, average travel speed. Okay, so let's now note down the data that is given to us. Total distance is given to us as 3 miles. Okay, so we can say each half equals to what? 3/2, that is 1.5 miles. Okay, so first half 1.5 miles, right, at the, 50 mph, and then second half 1.5 miles at 75 mph. Okay, let's see what we have done so far. So it is told to us that Evan is doing the traveling in the first half and second half, and his speed is different in both the halves. At first half his speed is 50 mph, and second half his speed is 75 mph, and the total distance is 3 miles. So guys, just understand one thing, that the total distance or the total journey distance will always be same. So what we have done is we have equally divided the total journey into two parts, that is first half and second half, and we got 1.5 miles as the distance for each half, and we have noted down this much of data. Okay, now we know that time speed formula is what? Speed is equals to distance upon time. So from this formula we can write time is equals to what? Distance upon speed, right? Now let's try to find out the for both the halves. Okay, time for first half will be what? It will be distance is 1.5 in the first half and speed in the first half is 50. So this will be 0.03 hours. Okay, in the same way for the second half, the time, if we will calculate, it will be 1.5 divided by 75, right? From this much we have gotten the data, and then we will solve it. It will be 0.02 hours. Okay, and then we have to find the average travel speed. So the average travel speed is, there is a formula for that also. Average speed is it is the same distance time formula only, but in that case we take total distance, okay, and then we take total time. Okay, total distance, total time. So the total distance in this case will be what? Total distance we are already given in the question 3, and total time will be 0.03 plus 0.02, which is going to be 0.05. Solving it, this will be like, we have to multiply 100 on the top, then this will be 20. So the final answer that we will be getting is 60 mph. Okay, so the correct answer for this question will be option number A. I hope you have understood it. If you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section. Let's now move on to the next question. The question is: a salesperson sells a hair dryer between $300 and $700. So selling at 650 is profit, selling at 350 is loss, profit at 650 is twice the loss at 350, and we have to find the cost price. So let cost price be X initially, we will consider that, okay, and then we will find the, like we will formulate the profit and loss expression. So see guys, it is told us that profit at $650 is there, right? So what we can say, at $650 if the profit is there, so we can write something like this, right? 650 minus X, right? Then loss at 350, so which means out of the cost price it is something is like 350 is lost, okay? So we can write 650 minus X is equals to twice X minus 350. Profit at 650 is twice the loss at 650, that is what given to us, okay? Now let's solve this equation. 650 minus X, which is equals to 2X minus 700, okay? This will be further when we will solve it, it will be 650 plus 700, right? And then this side it will be 2X plus X, so it will be 3X is equals to 1350. X is going to be 1350 divided by 3. When this will cut off, it will be 450, and we have option B as the 450, okay? So I hope you have got it. Basically the important point in this question was that you have to formulate the equation based on these three given data, that is profit at 650 is twice the loss at 350, okay? So like we have formulated these equations, and then we have like formulated the final, find out the final value, okay, of X. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, Eduardo offers to sell his house for $18,400. If he charges 10% less, he will make a 20% profit. Find the actual cost of the house. Okay, so guys, let's understand first important, like note down the important data that is given to us. So selling price, okay, after 10% less. So in this case it will be 18,400 minus 10% of 18,400, okay? So which is going to be 18,400 minus 1840, and this will be 16,560, okay? Now we have to find, like we have to take the relation with the cost price. So profit is told to us is 20%, right? It is given over here that 20% profit is there. So we can write 16560, which will be equals to 1.2 into cost price. So for this, the cost price will become 16560 divided by 1.2, okay? And then you will, when you will solve this, you will have 13800 as a final answer, okay? So option number C is the correct answer, okay? So guys, if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment. Let's now move on to the next question. The question is, train A starts at 500 means this is time, okay? Basically 5 o'clock, okay? So train A starts at 5 hours at 45 mph. Train B starts at 7 hours at 60 mph. Both move in the same direction. At what time will B catch up with A? Okay, see guys, between 5 to 7 hours, it is how much difference is there? 2 hours, okay? And train covers, we have this formula, right? This speed is equals to distance upon time. So distance will be what? Speed into time, right? Now if you have to find the distance, like what we will write, distance is given to us as 45, sorry, not distance, but speed is given to us 45, and time is given to us as 2 hours. That is what we have found out. So 90 miles is the distance, okay, in this case. Now we have to find at what time will B catch up with A. So we need to find the relative speed, okay? So relative speed in this case will be what? 60 minus 45, which is given to us in the question itself. So 15 mph is the relative speed. Now we have to find time. Time is lead distance divided by relative speed that we have already found out. We will just substitute the values over here, which will be 90 divided by 50, 6 hours, okay? And then this time we have to add to B's start. So like B start at what? 7 hour, right? So we have to add 6 to it. So 7 plus 6 will be 13 hour, which means 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, okay? So the final answer for this question will be 13 hours, which is option number D, okay? So guys, it was like not that complicated question. See, you have to understand when train A is starting, and then we are given the data of train B is starting. both are moving in the same direction, what time B will catch up with A. So for that we have this formula, time equals to lead distance divided by relative speed. We have to find the lead distance. So for that what we have done, we have just found it using this one, okay, the formula of normal distance, and then we have found it to be 90. Relative speed, we have just subtracted the speed that are given to us, we have found it to be 15. We have found out the time, okay, to catch up. So we will add it to this 7, which was the time, okay, given to us in the question for B, because B has to catch up with A, right? So once we added, we got the final answer as 13 hours. Let's now move on to the next question. Next question is this one, okay, which is a log question. Let's look at this question. The question given to us is log 3600 can also be expressed as what one of these given options, okay. So see guys, you can first of all, in order to solve this, what you can do is you can factorize 3600. So it will be 36 into 100, okay. 36 can be written as 6 square and 100 can be written as 10 square. So if we have to write log 3600, it can be written in this way, log 6 square into 10 square, and when we apply the log rules, it can be log 6 square plus log 10 square. That can be written in this way, okay. And then log 6 square can be written as log 2 log 6, okay, and then this can be written as 2 log 10, okay. And then since log 10 equals to 1, okay, log 10 value is 1, what we will write is 2 log 6 plus 2 into 1, which is 2, okay. So the correct answer or the final answer will be this one. So let's see if we have that option. Option C is the correct one, okay. So correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Let's now move on to the next question. So we have this question as, in a poultry farm, 50 hens lay 200 eggs in 2 days. In how many days will 20 hens lay 400 eggs? And we are given the option as 15 days, 10 days, 5 days and 8 days. So let's try to find the answer, okay. So see, as a first step, we are given the data that 50 hens, 200 eggs, right, and in 2 days. So eggs per day, we can say 200 divided by 2, which will be 100 eggs, right? And this 100 is by 50 hens, okay, 50 hens in 1 day, okay. Now so per hen in 1 day will be 100 eggs divided by 50, because we have 50 eggs, right? So 2 eggs will be given by per egg in 1 day. So how many eggs 20 hens will give in 1 day? 20 hens will give 20 into 2, which will be 40 eggs per day, right? And then we have like what was the question? In a poultry farm, 50 hens lay 200 eggs in 2 days. How many in how many days will 20 hens lay 400 eggs? Okay, so we have to find the time to lay 400 eggs. Okay, time to lay 400 eggs will be 400 divided by 40. Okay, this will be 10 days. So the correct answer for this question will be option number B, which is 10 days. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is, what is the value of this given expression? We are given an expression, we have to solve it and reach out the answer, and one answer will be one of these given options. Okay, so guys, I think the options given here are wrong. Let me correct it. Okay, the options should be 3, 2, 4 and 8. Okay, for this question. So guys, let's see the expression first of all. Let me write it down. 5 to the power of minus 2 and 10 to the power of minus 4. Okay, this is the numerator part. So let's solve this much part first of all. And like we know 10 is what? 10 is, we can write it as 2 multiplied by 5. Okay, so this will be this much. So 2 multiplied by 5, 5 raised to power minus 2. I can write it something like this: 5 raised to power minus 2 multiplied by 2 raised to minus 4 into 5 raised to minus 4. Okay, and so numerator is what? Numerator will be 2 raised to minus 4 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 6. Okay, this minus 4 and minus 2 will get added. Now let's solve the denominator. 2 raised to minus 5 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 6. Okay, this can be written as, okay, we do not even need to change it because we have it in the now in the proper format. Basically, see, whenever this type of expression is there, your duty is to have it in the same format. Okay, here everything was almost simplified. See, this 5 was there, this 5 was there. So your duty was to convert this 10 to 2. Okay, and you have somehow done it. So now your calculation will be easy. So denominator we will keep as it is. So I will now finally solve the question. So 2 raised to power minus 4, 5 raised to power minus 6 In the denominator, it will be 2 raised to power minus 5 multiplied by 5 raised to power minus 6. Okay, solving it, this will get cancelled. We will be left with 2 raised to power minus 4 divided by 2 raised to power minus 5. This 2 raised to power minus 5 will go on the top and will become 2 raised to power 5 minus 4, which is 2. Okay, so the correct answer for this question will be option number B. So guys, let's now move on to the next question. So guys, so far we have seen a lot of question. Now I have one question for all of you. This is a DIY question. DIY is in do it yourself or a homework question. I will not be telling you how to solve this question. You need to attempt it by yourself and write down the answer of this question in the comment box. So guys, the question is right there in front of you. This is the expression. You need to calculate it and find out what will be the option out of these given options. Make sure to comment down your answer. So guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you do, please give it a like. If you have any more doubts, please drop them in the comment section. You can also join me on Telegram and follow me on Instagram as well. You can ask your queries over Instagram DM too. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss on any of the important updates or notification whenever I upload a new video. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video.